What's up guys, it's Goob, and today I'm going to be discussing my favorite Beyblade launcher. So I made a video just like this a long time ago, but now that there's more launchers out, I think I should make a new one because, you know, there could be new launchers out now that are better than the ones that I was looking at when I made the previous video. So today we're going to be discussing, you know, my current favorite launcher. Before we get into the video, I have to open up this. So this is the long bay launcher set that comes with a new long ripcord and the Achilles upgraded driver piece, along with a grip and a trigger. I mostly just got this for the launcher and the Z Achilles piece. I mean, the grip looks nice and the trigger, I don't think the trigger is going to be very helpful at all, but, you know, it just came with it. And then the launcher, I have a million launcher grips. Like, literally, I have, like, 3 or 4 launcher grips, so I don't really need another one. We're going to open this up real quick because this could, you know, affect which launcher I like the best. Because this could be, you know, my new favorite launcher. So let's open this up really fast. Alright, so the box. So the box just shows the grip, the launcher, the new piece for Z Achilles, and the tool you have to use to put it on, and then the trigger. This side compares the new launcher to some other launchers, and the back shows how much longer the new long winder is. It shows everything that's going to come in the box right there pretty much, except for the driver piece, which is right here. And that just shows what it looks like when it's on. Has stamina, balance, and then attack, I believe. This side shows all the parts, and let's just open it up. Boom. Okay. The launcher, it actually looks really nice. I like the transparent color. This is a big grip. Jeez, it's got like really nice spots for your fingers to like hold it. I like that. Okay guys, the trigger. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this is like a pointless item. It's purely for looks. It has no actual purpose. Here's the piece for the extend driver. Let's try this out. So we gotta take this piece. I got it in, and then I think I just pull up. Oh, I got it. That wasn't too hard. Look at it now. All right. Right now it's in like its stamina mode, I believe, and then it can go up 2 steps. So 1 step, and this is like balance because it sticks out a tiny bit. The red piece sticks a little bit out, but not a lot. And then the highest mode, which is the attack mode, which looks actually really cool. I actually think this is going to make extend like really good. Let's test out the launcher. Alright, I think it's in attack mode. Yeah, that launcher is really good. Now that unboxing is over, we're going to get into the main part of the video, which is discussing which launcher I think is the best launcher out right now. Let's talk about launchers. Now, before I get into my opinions about which launchers I like the best, I have to make a disclaimer because this is mostly personal preference, and what I mean by that is that not everybody's going to like the same type of launcher, because some people prefer string launchers, some people prefer ripcord launchers, some people prefer like small launchers, some people prefer big launchers. So it's mostly your personal preference, but there are still some launchers that I can say are better than other launchers, and that'll be for everybody, I think. That won't just be for me. So first, let's just talk about which launchers I'd say you should not use, okay? So, portal launchers look like this, alright? They're super small. They have a really small ripcord, which I think I already threw out for this one. And they're literally like the worst launcher you'll ever use. They have no power. They are super small, so they're hard to hold. They have nothing going for them. I would never use one of these. Even if you have a Hasbro like light launcher, use this. Don't use the proto launcher, okay? Proto launchers are terrible in any situation, so never use proto launcher. The other launchers I would say to stay away from are light launchers, because although they're great when you first get them, they wear out really fast. Like this one skips all the time for me, and I really don't like launchers that wear out quickly. So at first, when you first get them, they're great. So if you want to use them when you first get them, that's great. But for a long-lasting launcher, which is better, I wouldn't recommend these at all. So these are probably something I would stay away from. However, this launcher is pretty good because it has a really long ripcord. So this launcher is not bad. But let's talk about which launchers I like the best. So my current favorite launcher right now is probably these long winders. So there's a right spin long winder and a left spin long winder. Now these are the best in my opinion because they don't skip. I think they'll last long because they seem pretty good quality. And the other big factor is they have a lot of power. So like they have a lot going for them. I like string launchers because I think they feel better than a ripcord launcher. I think I get a more accurate launch with them, and I don't have to keep putting in a ripcord, every time I launch. So I think these are the best launchers right now in the game. And the reason why I used to like left and right launchers, but the reason why I wouldn't recommend them is because they have a really, really short cord or string, I should say, really short string. And also they're really loud. Oh yeah, and one more thing about these ones is the left spin on all of mine. I've had 3 of these Takara Tomy ones. They all don't work. I'll launch it, they'll skip completely, like so badly that my Beyblade will literally just spin like 3 rotations and that's it. Like it'll be bad. So these are great for right spin, but these ones, they feel better for Cho-Z Beyblades because Cho-Z Beyblades are heavier, which means you don't need as much resistance like these ones have anymore. You can just use like something like this and you'll get better launches. And then the dual threat launchers, same thing, with same problems these ones have. They're loud, they can skip and left spin, and they have short ripcords. So that's why I don't like these. Now, one thing I have to say is that Hasbro does have a string launcher that is pretty darn good. It's super smooth. I've had this for over a year and it still works like perfectly. And it's just a good launcher. Like, I mean, it's not as long as the long winder. It's more on par with these ones. But if I had to choose between this one and this one, like, the normal string launchers, not the long winders, I would choose this one, the Hasbro one. But then again, these are longer, so they're going to have a little more power than new ones. So these are still my favorite launcher. These left spin launchers, guys, the left spin string launchers are terrible, guys. They break so fast. This is the only one that works, and it only works because I actually fixed it. Like, I went in and I unscrewed it and fixed it because it actually broke. There is an exception to the system, though, and that is these sword launchers. These sword launchers are super nice, guys. To me, these are almost just as good as having one of the new long winder string launchers because they have so much power. They have great grip. I mean, this is an awesome grip for launching. And they don't skip. Like, they lasted me a long time. I've had these for over probably a year and a half, and they barely skip. I mean, this one's starting to wear out, but I mean, I've had it for almost 2 years now, and I've used it a ton, and it's also like not very expensive, so that's pretty nice. Now with the Hasbro string launcher or Hasbro sword launcher, I wouldn't say the same. The Hasbro sword launcher is pretty bad. It started to stop. I mean, I only got probably five or six maybe like launches with it before it started to skip, and now it's just terrible, honestly. So I wouldn't recommend Hasbro sword launcher. I'd recommend Takara Tomy sword launcher. And that's pretty much it. I mean, honestly, like, if you can't get the long winder because it's pretty expensive, the set, then get a normal string launcher because these are pretty cheap. Like, this black one is about $10. Now, if you're into ripcord launchers, though, completely different story. If you like ripcord launchers, you don't like string launchers at all, get the sword launcher. This thing is really cheap. It's like $10 maybe on Amazon, and it's literally, like, awesome, I would honestly just not recommend the LR launcher at all because it's about a $25 launcher, which is more expensive than any launcher here, I think, and it's not that good because you won't be able to use it in left spin. It'll really just be a right spin string launcher, And if you're at that point, I would just get one of these, you know, one of these cheap $10 ones, or maybe $15, because they'll be better for Cho-Z Beyblades in my opinion. And that's about it, honestly. I think I've covered everything. So yeah, so like I said, just a quick recap here. My favorite launchers are these long winders. Favorite launchers for me personally, because I like string launchers. But if you're someone who likes ripcord launchers, get a sword launcher, I would say, because they're still insanely good. And that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave your comments below whether you agree with me, whether you have a different favorite launcher. Obviously, it's personal preference. So tell me what's your favorite launcher and like why you like it in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. White Iverson, when I started